Let's move on to the Lakers because they beat the Thunder by 1 point in overtime last night. Another 1-point game in the West. This, though, was the third straight overtime win for LA. Their sixth straight win overall. LeBron scored 10 in the fourth quarter, hit the game-tying 3 in regulation. And in overtime, he made some huge defensive plays. After the game, Coach Frank Vogel said this.
He made several defensive plays, to be honest with you. He's really leading the charge, taking a matchup of Horford on certain situations, and I'd say Wes Matthews had 2 great defensive stops on Horford post-ups as well. But that's what Bron does. Bron does it on both sides of the ball. That's why he's probably going to be this year's MVP. Carrying the load offensively and quarterbacking the defense, number 1 defense in the league, and taking these tough assignments and making these plays down the stretch. So, he's playing terrific.
So ESPN actually asked 100 media members. This is a poll that Tim Bontemps conducts every year. It mimics the postseason awards voting with the points awarded for different guys for different places. He also tries to take a sampling of actual voters from different markets, so you really get an accurate sense of what voters are thinking. LeBron in first place right now, 53 first place votes, followed by Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. Remember, Embiid gets a lot of extra points for being second or third on people's ballots. That's how Tim said the numbers kind of went out this time. Richard, how difficult is it going to be then to balance LeBron's MVP campaign? Because we know he actually wants another one. We know he deserves to get another one, and he thinks this is the year he could get it, with also making sure he has enough rest to get through to and be fresh for the playoffs.
Well, with all due respect to everybody in the Laker organization, this is about LeBron James. If he feels like he has an opportunity to win a championship, and I'll take you back. I was on the team when it was Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double, James Harden's historic season, and LeBron James was up there in the top 3. And they asked them, hey, do you think rest should be going into the equation? Mm-hmm. And they all said that, yes, you shouldn't be resting if you're fighting for an MVP. So he, every season since then, has taken upon himself to play as many games as possible unless he's injured. So I don't see him missing too many games because he's seen people use rest against him.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a tough situation to be in. At this point, individual accolades strengthen his argument, but we really don't need him. I know LeBron is in it for rings. Never got a chance to play with LeBron, but I'm sure it's similar to Kobe with good luck trying to get someone like Kobe or LeBron to take a night off when they're not really hurt. So, we just hope that, he's going to have the enough energy in the tank because we know it's going to be a long run for them. They're odds-on favorite to win the chip again. And if he's able to pick up an MVP in that process, which he's deserved in the past and he hasn't got, I'm all for it.
And look, Kobe is someone who should have ended up with more MVPs than he got also, and was a victim a little bit to who had the best numbers in a particular season versus who is the best player, which I could do a whole dissertation on, but I won't today because I like both of you guys. I will say this, though. If you look at the numbers of games missed in terms of MVPs and how they in the past have done, these are the past MVPs, right? These are the guys who actually won the award in that year, and this is the percentage of games they played. So there's actually room for LeBron in a 72-game season to hit that 86% mark that, say, Giannis hit last year. He could take 10 games off in this 72-game season and still be in that same part of the conversation. I don't expect him to take 10 games off if he is healthy. Of course, Giannis took a couple games off because he was injured last year. And it's just a great what if, guys, when you look at last year's MVP race. LeBron was coming on so strong in March when the league shut down. There was really a feeling he had just beaten Giannis head-to-head. Giannis was out with an injury. There was a feeling he could be out for an entire month. And who knows, the entire course of LeBron's MVP life would have been different. Of course, the entire course of the country would have been different as well. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.